Hello. Hi. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. How are you, my brother and sister? How are you doing? This is once more Kohera Senior. Here I am with you, believing that wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you are peaceful, you are actually in good health, and God is taking care of you. Likewise, here, I am very fine. I'm doing good. I'm very grateful to you, my organic brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, for always standing with me, for always following Kohera Senior channel, for always advising me, for always commenting and liking in my videos and sharing it, of course. Very humbled. I love you. I love all of you. My brothers and sisters, without any segregation, without any division, I love you, by the way. I'm very grateful. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the previous video. I saw your comments. I went through them. There are so many explanations, and I always concur with you. I agree with you, my brothers and sisters. Whether you are a negative or a positive, you are my subscriber. You are my viewer. Very much humbled. Thank you so much. Let me start by saying that I've seen Brian's grandmother being rushed to hospital, and actually I don't know how she is going on, but may I send a message of quick recovery wherever she is. I hope God will protect her from any sickness and keep her alive for a longer period. Me, I feel maybe, you see, in this world, you never know. You never know what will come next to you. And I feel that this lady maybe does not believe how life has changed. For those who are closer to her, you need to give her a psychological counseling, because within a very short time, the change of events in her life has taken place. And Kulipi, she is not believing, and as such, if something happens to you and which you are not expecting, you can even have a heart attack or a stress. I mean, a pressure. You can, because you don't believe what has taken place. I've also seen that even Brian was sick, but I also send quick recovery message. And I saw also that Brian is being prepared to go to school, and that is a good gesture. Marwa, keep it up and make sure that everything has gone through. Ladies and gentlemen, I also saw my young lady, my young daughter, Dimwango, in her construction site. You are trying to explain that the construction has stalled a bit. It is not going on. You see, we are here to give advices and also to comment and guide. I saw her saying the engineer has taken longer to come to her site, and also despite the fact that she has brought the materials, but according to her is that the engineer must have demanded full payment, or rather, which she doesn't have at hand. Young lady, you know, an engineer is a different person from a mason. An engineer is a person who works on paper, draws, makes drawings, and then prepares what we call a PQ, BQ, bill of quantity. Bill of quantity. That is the total estimate of the cost of that construction on paper. After having prepared a whole sheet, and then he prepares a bill of quantity. He prepares the cost of materials, the cost of labor, and so forth and so forth. So when you say that he has refused to come to site, there you are not right, because an engineer delegates work to the masons, which we call it in Swahili the fundis. And then when he delegates, he hands over the site to the professional masonry, who actually now takes charge of the construction site, as well as he also has a supervisor and a handman. So here what you need to do is that you have to pay them at least there is a fraction of money which you give as a deposit, and then they continue building. So you are not actually right to say that, to blame him. It is you. It is your mistake. Make sure that if you have collected all the materials, then you have the money and everything, then you hand over the site to the engineer, and the engineer will delegate to his professional mercenaries, and then they continue. And I also quoted you saying that there is someone who has begged you money, who had requested that you give her money, you help her, but you have, and that was actually to be somehow a secret between you and that person. It is wrong to come and expose someone who has requested you to assist him, and then you come and expose him on camera. Remember, you also get donations, you also get help, you also get support from your friends, but those people have never exposed you on camera and saying that, okay, you see, I am the one who has helped Dimwango, I am the one who has done this, I am the one who... No, they have never. Why? Why should you come on camera and expose someone who had requested you to help him? That is a very wrong. Actually, it is a very, very, very wrong. It is a big mistake to do that. Take that as an advice. Next time when someone requests you to help him, if you are in a position, help him. But don't come to camera and now start telling everybody that you see now, so and so, I am the one who did this and that. No. That is bad. That is actually a very bad or a very big mistake. So there you should stop such a behavior. It is not our culture. It's not our African culture to come and now. It is as if you are now mocking. You are now mocking him. You see, if I was not me, if it was not me, this so and so could be this that way, so and so. No. Do it and forget, and just do it off camera and forget about it. God will answer you in another way round. But it is not a must that you come and expose someone. Now, in fact, it is as if you are saying that this person is a beggar. But in this world, there is nobody who is not a beggar. Even Koera Senior begs, and he is given. And those people who give me don't come to camera and start shouting at me that, okay, now Koera, you see, if it were not me, you couldn't have done this, you couldn't have done this. No. It means you are even not willing to give him, but just to embarrass him on camera. It is bad. That is a big mistake. Dimwango, next time don't repeat that. And I also have seen where Marwa and his wife were on the construction site. They were eating bananas. Going towards their car. And I saw Rosho advising Marwa not to be helping people. That, okay, you, Marwa, stop that. Why, Rosho, why? If Marwa has that heart of helping, why should you block him from helping his African brothers and sisters? You see, you must also behave like an African woman, because once you are married to any race, you go there and then you adopt their culture. You adopt their culture, and then you behave the way they are behaving. Because in our African culture, sharing is normal. Sharing is good. Helping the poor is good. Doing and sharing, giving is good. So Rosho, you have to change. You have also to make sure that whatever comment you do on camera does not hurt the Africans, does not hurt the people of Nyabohanse. Because that is, you are also trying to copy the Ondari as a father who is always very selective and very very greedy. He doesn't want anybody to get help or support from Marwa. That is change that one, because I saw comments where even some people were saying that sometimes back you call the people that they are parasites. That is a very, very bad comment. That is a very, very bad gesture. If change, if only you love Marwa, if only you are a permanent wife of Marwa, you have to change. And also, Marwa, don't always accept. You must be very selective. If you are willing to help somebody, make your own decision. Be firm. Don't always be swayed. Don't always follow the wind. If you decide to help, just help without anybody misleading you. Like this Brian's house, that is a very good gesture, and you have decided to do it. So let nobody. That is why I was saying for you to clean your name, pay every person who worked for you and he was not paid. Pay everybody. Give them what they deserved, and then you go ahead with your own programs. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, there is this thing I have seen from Masubawan, which is really very touchy and hurting. Masubawan was explaining that the last week around before the schools opened on Monday, and Monday is when the schools were opened. But before that, it is understood that Ondari chased away Esther from home. Had it not been that Esther ran away, Ondari was, and it's not even known, Ondari was to beat her. And she flew, she ran away from home, and she hid herself in one of the homes down there in the village. Now, my question is, for how long is Ondari going to? For how long will Ondari continue beating this lady? Since when even these children were young, he was beating her. She was a drum, beating her like a drum. She even swayed her left hand. I think she must have hurt her on the left hand. Why always, up to now, this gentleman is not respectful? Imagine me right now, when my children are big, I am even shy to quarrel with Sarah or any other wife, or even my elder wife. It is very shameful to beat your wife who has grown up children. Okay, let me say that Marwa fears Ondari. David Jr., why don't you stop this man from beating your mother always? For how long is he going to mistreat this Esther? It is very embarrassing. It is very embarrassing for such an old lady always to be being beaten, quarreling, throwing bitter words towards one another, shameless behavior. That is a shameless behavior. Ondari, can you stop? Can you stop this one? Look at your age. Look at your age. Up to now. And this lady is not an animal. This is a lady who can reason. If there is any difference, why don't you advise one another and you say, okay, you lady, this one is wrong, stop this one, I don't want this one. Must you be beating her always? Must you be beating her? Huh? I hear the other time, the last beating, she ran to Marwa's villa. That is where she hid herself. But this one, she ran away. And now Di Mwango is coming on camera and saying, denying the allegation. But it is because it is shameful. Di Mwango, can you, if you believe that your father loves you, why don't you stop her? Why don't you stop him from beating your mother always? Why? Eh? Imagine far from far. If let the age change you. Huh? The higher you go, the more humble you become. You are no longer a young man who beats now. What is that reason? Why? How can I beat Sarah Shirley? Where do I start from? Eh? Because this is a lady who is educated, a lady who understands why, if there is something wrong, why don't you make a resolution? Why don't you actually reconcile? Why don't you reason together, and then you wipe out the difference? Or rather, maybe even Esther causes her beating because she could be rude. You could be rude also, Esther. But now you two people, don't you see that it is shameful for you to be fighting always? Huh? If up to now you are fighting, what will Marwa do with Rosho? What will David Jr. do with his wife? What will be the boyfriend, Di Mwango's boyfriend, or whoever husband will marry her? What will he be doing? This is a public embarrassment, by the way. Huh? So, Ondari, stop that. Stop that. Just stop that. Respect now. It is overdue. It is overdue. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, may I once more take this opportunity to say a lot of thanks to my new subscribers as we are moving ahead. And may God bless you until we meet in the next